Hi guys, now I'll be starting part C of my assignment. Part C involves a speed exercise, and the speed exercise that I've chosen, or well, the equipment that I've chosen to um to explain my speed exercise is a fast foot ladder, um, which is used for maximizing speed. Now, the setup for this that is used, it needs to be placed on a flat surface, of course, and it needs to you need to ensure that the ladder is not tangled up, and the ladder needs to be straight. It doesn't it shouldn't be skew when setting this out on your flat surface, of course. And the form and technique of this should be your heels need to be slightly elevated. Their feet need to be light going through the motions, as that will that will that will allow the person to be able to increase their speed, and they'll feel lighter going through the exercise. And you need to have a strong arm drive, and your elbow needs to be at a 90-degree angle while doing so. um, and this needs to be a consistent thing, as this will always be your go-to um, when having the need to run fast. If you're training for a race, if you're playing football, if you're playing rugby or anything like that, your head needs to be up and your body needs to be uptight when going through the ladder. The benefits and advantages of the foot long ladder: it's more it has more aerobic endurance. It increases your aerobic endurance, and it has a stronger stride, so you improve your stride when going through this. um, it strengthens your joints, your ligaments, and your tendons, which is very good for mobility, and long-term purposes that's are rather good, I say. Because as you get elderly, your ligaments start to tear, and that provides for friction at your joints, which is very bad for you, and that leads to further things like arthritis, which is very bad. um, the incorporating the ladder also improves brain health. That could be a sort of coordination footwork, and that's beneficial for your brain as well. Now, the foot principle that I have done for the foot long ladder is the frequency. I'll start off with the frequency, of course, as that's the first thing on the with the foot principle. It needs to be done at least 2 to 3 times a week to improve speed and agility going through the foot long ladder. Um, this needs to be done to maximize your speed, also to improve your the lightness on your feet, how quick you are, how your acceleration, of course, and also to have variation with your foot movements. Many people have variation going to the right more than to the left because they haven't practiced that. So with the foot long ladder, you can adapt to that and use your left foot more than your right foot when doing so, to balance it out. Now, with the intensity throughout this, it needs to be done 100% at your optimal best to ensure that you have the best results coming out of this. And this can affect your outcome very easily if it's done at the best that you possibly can do it. If you give your 100% best, you will definitely reap the results of going through the foot long ladder. The type is speed and aerobics, is what is clearly tested during this exercise. Now, aerobics requires oxygen from the muscles, and yes, now with anaerobics, oxygen is not required. Time The time interval of this should be done between 5 and 30 minutes, depending on how well your cardiovascular system can keep up with. The more you train your cardiovascular system, the more you can take in, the more you can go further, the more you can push yourself going further. Now, the immediate physiological responses to the foot long ladder: it's increase in heart rate, increase in stroke volume, increase in the ventilation rate, and the sweat glands also eventually start to break open and release liquids, which is sweat. Now, the long-term physiological adaptations is muscle strengthening. It increases the fast twitch muscle fibers, which allow for your muscle fibers to be quicker than usual, and that will allow strength in your legs as well. Now, the safety and effective training, you need to ensure that your warm up and your cool down is sorted out to prevent injury. You need to ensure that the area is clear and safe, that nothing can get in the way of you training to the best of your ability. And you need to, yes, that's correct, it's done.